Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Lori. Making some noodles. I'm literally saving money and saving time by doing the TikTok live. Good morning, Telesia. So when I'm doing TikTok live while I'm cooking, number one, I'm eating at home. So I'm not spending money outside. Number two, I'm doing TikTok live and cooking at the same time and eating at the same time. Hello, good morning. So it's saving me time and money. That's a good example of multitasking. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Where are you guys from? Telesia, where are you from? I'm from Los Angeles, California. So today we can talk about money, or anything. If there's anything else you want to talk about, we can talk about it too. Hello, Soccer, welcome. M64, welcome. So we can talk about the finances. We can talk about how to fix your debt. We can talk about how to get money for real estate. You're from Tonga, okay. We can talk about how to raise money, how to increase your income. Anything about finance we can talk about. Anything about money. Medina, welcome. Welcome everybody. So I'm making some noodles here. So first I'm gonna put the cabbage in the noodle. I already prepared the cabbage. And I'm gonna put some shrimp, dry shrimp. Good morning, Raiders. Welcome, not important. Why do you make a name like that? Why don't you say you're important? Where are you guys from? Hello, Stockton. Hello, Flower. Yeah, today I'm gonna make a kind of the same noodle. I told you I'm not a real cook. Okay, it's the same noodle. Put in some dry shrimp. Put in some scallop. Put in some radish, pickled radish, and I already put in some cabbage. Not important. Yes, it's okay. It's we're gonna change a different doctor for her. Thank you, Repulsion. Thank you. So we can talk about money today. So for the past couple days, I was in a dilemma. I was thinking, 真的吗? Okay, you speak Chinese, huh? Great. I have been on your TikTok, but it's my first time on your live. Thank you so much. Thanks for the flower, Tessia. So this couple days, I have a dilemma. So I was thinking, because I need to pivot. Because like the video is said, right? Every time when you're doing really well in business for a couple years, that usually means that it's gonna turn, because nothing's gonna stay good forever. So the last couple years, I've been doing the brokerage business. The money is good. It's easy money. So I was making like $400,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, and pretty much it was an easy business model. I just go sign the listings with the seller, and the home is sold, make a commission, because the market is good, right? You don't have to even try, because everybody wants to buy a home. 是的 Yamara is speaking Chinese to me. But that's gonna change, because the real estate market is gonna change already. So I cannot continue to rely on that business model. It's gonna be the same for everybody. If you're doing something, if your business is doing really well now, it's not gonna do well forever. So sooner or later, you're gonna have to think of some other backup options. So my backup option is I started investing in mobile home park. So luckily, I was able to buy the mobile home park. So now I have one more stream of income. So from the mobile home park, I'm getting about $10,000 a month now. That's actually one of the reasons I'm doing TikTok too. Because, like I said earlier, right? You gotta change. You gotta make change every 3 years. If you keep doing the same old thing, pretty soon your income, your money is gonna run out, because the business model is not gonna stay there constantly, because the world is a constantly changing world. So this couple days I'm having a dilemma. Should I continue to do the real estate brokerage business? A couple months ago, I tried to buy a motel in St. Louis, Missouri. That was pretty good hotel. It was a really good deal. It was only selling for $1.2 million, and it was getting the net income, $170,000 net income a year. That's a pretty good return. I didn't buy it. So the reason I say that's a good business is because it's kind of like a borderline airport business. It's the hotel is right by the freeway, and it's between St. Louis, Missouri, and hold on, let me close the door. It's between St. Louis, Missouri, and Kansas City. So that's a heavy traffic on that freeway. So if I buy the hotel, literally I don't need to worry about business because the location is really good. It's also got a big truck stop. The reason I didn't buy it at the time is because I was looking at the reviews online, and everybody's saying the hotel is like shitty. The infrastructure is really old. And also another reason is it's about 100 rooms, but the income is a little bit less than what I wanted because with that income, it means I have to personally manage it. If I don't manage it, if I get a manager to manage it, it's not going to be that high of an income. So that's the reason I didn't buy it. And also at the time, I had about $300,000 cash, but I also had another hard money loan that was 10%. So I wanted to pay off that hard money loan. But now come to think of it, maybe I should have bought the hotel. Hello, Phyllis. Have a great weekend. You too. So now come to think of it, I should have bought that hotel because that's pretty close to an airport business. What I mean by airport business is that you pretty much don't need to worry about the sales. You don't need to push for the sales. The business is just gonna come in by itself because the location of the hotel. So I did a lot of soul searching and trying to debate on what I should do next. So this morning after I took a walk and I thought about it a little bit more, I think I'm gonna go focus on the airport business. When I say airport business, I don't mean literally airport business. I mean a business. Let me give you some example of other type of airport business. For example, if you have a photo booth right next to hold on, let me put the noodles inside first. So when you cook the noodles, you don't need a lot of noodles. So because right now it's dry, so it looks like it's not a lot. So I only need a handful to be ready, to be enough. So this is all the noodles I need, okay? Actually, maybe I need to add a little bit more. Because I don't want to eat too much carbohydrate. That's why I put a lot of cabbage inside. I put the dry shrimp. I put the pickled radish. And I put some dry shrimp, dry scallop inside. So that's enough noodles. I don't want to have too much carbohydrate. Not photo booths. I'm talking about photo store. So if you go to many of the location where they make the passport, usually they have a photo company next to it where they help people to shoot photos. I'm sure there's photo booths somewhere, you just didn't see it, right? You didn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? So when you have a photo shoot place next to a passport place, it's free money, it's easy money. You don't have to advertise anything because the people that's gonna go make the passport, they're gonna need a photo. So they have no choice. They have to come to your place. Maybe they can go somewhere else, but it's gonna be a lot of hassle, right? So maybe just they're willing to pay extra $10. So let's say if you take a photo somewhere else, maybe it's only $10. But the photo place next to the passport place, they can charge you $20 because of convenience, right? So that's what I mean by airport business. So that's another example. It's not a ramen soup. It's just noodles. Kimberly. Yeah, just regular noodles. This is not a ramen. It's a ramen is like Japanese noodle. This is like a more like a it's very thin actually. You see it? It's a Chinese noodles. It lasts a long time. So that's why we sometimes if you really want to save money, just eat at home. That's the cheapest. Because for example, this noodle, doesn't matter what noodle I eat outside. Doesn't matter if it's pho or any other type of noodle I eat outside. It's usually right now in California it's very expensive. Now you go outside for both noodle is at least $15 after taxes, $15 to $20. So I cook this noodle at home, even with all these ingredients, even with the scallop, it's only cost me maybe $2, $3 for both noodles. So that's why you save a lot of money when you eat at home. So going back to the what was I talking about? The airport business. Yeah. So I did some soul searching. I think I have to focus in the airport business because I work hard. I work hard when I feel like it's worth it. When I know there's gonna be a good return, then I work hard. But if there's no need for me to work hard, I would not work hard for nothing, right? So let me put it. Also, I put an egg inside. Let me throw the eggshell away. So when there is an easier route, I would take an easier route, which is airport business. But you will not be able to take easier route if you haven't took the hard route before. Because you gotta, for example, let me give you an example. So, because I've been in real estate for 20 plus years, as a real estate broker. So being a broker is not easy. It's a lot of work. So I work really hard to make the commission, right? And so once I make the commission, then I make the investment in a real estate. Then now I can, decide. I can have an option to pick the easier route. What I mean by easier route is that the hard route, the difficult route is when you exchange time for money, when you're working for money, right? The easier route is when it's money making money for you, right? Anybody have any questions? The noodles are much easier to cook. Thanks for the like. Yesterday I was cooking the dumpling from Costco. It took me a long time because the skin is really thick. So I try to eat healthy, right? Okay, Walgreen, yes, thank you. Tomoko, okay. So I try to eat healthy. Noodles actually pretty healthy because like the way I make this noodle, I put a lot of cabbage and some like nutritious ingredient like dry shrimp, dry scallop, a little bit pickled radish. Pickled radish is not healthy, but it's just for seasoning. And I don't put in a lot of. I only put a little bit noodles. That way, I'm not eating a lot of carbohydrate. So eating noodles is pretty healthy. So I think it's almost ready. So let me just give it a try. Airport business, okay. So if you can find airport business, it's gonna be the life is gonna be good. So okay, the noodles almost ready. So I'm gonna let it cook couple more minutes. Then I'm gonna start to eat. Hey, Ichon Domanajan. Sorry, it's hard to pronounce you guys' name. Okay, another example of airport business. So yesterday, not yesterday, the day before, I went to a hotel conference. So I met there's many of the hotel owners, also the hotel managers that go there. It's sponsored by the city of Ontario. So there's one guy, he's a hotel owner. His hotel is right next to the conference center. So that would be an example of another airport business. His hotel is like a shitty hotel. It's like a little ugly hotel. But he doesn't really care because location, he has a really nice location. It's right next to the convention center. And, of course, there's going to be many nice and beautiful hotels nearby. But sometimes when there's a convention, you cannot book a room. There's not enough room. So when all the nice hotels rooms are booked out, then those people, they have no choice but to come to this, this little old and nasty hotel next to the convention center, because it's convenient, because they have no other options. So that's another example of an airport business. Heidi, did I answer your question, Heidi? I think the noodle is almost ready. I gotta stir a little bit to avoid it to be stick to the pot. Okay, noodles ready. So another example of airport business, like I talked about that hotel, right? That hotel next to the freeway, that's sort of a semi-airport business. So when I say airport business, I don't literally mean it has to be in the airport, but the business that's in airport, they are really airport business. It's easy to make money. Like sometimes I go to the LAX, the Los Angeles airport. They have like this Chinese restaurant over there. They're charging people like $15 for 2 items. The food is actually pretty good. I'm surprised because sometimes most airport the food is like nasty. It tastes like shit, but they can charge you like $10, $15. You have no other options. So because let's say if your restaurant is not in the airport, let's say if your restaurant is somewhere on the street, your food better be good. If your food is not good, your restaurant is gonna shut down. It's gonna be shut down. Usually I put some water in the pot after I cook it to prevent it from sticking. So it's easier for me to wash later on. So the mobile home park is kind of like a semi-airport business too, because there's limited options, because there's not a lot of affordable living options. So the mobile home park is like pretty much one of the last affordable living options. So that's a pretty that's kind of like a semi-airport business too. Okay, the ratio of down payment. Okay, my noodles ready. Oh, of course. I sell about 2 to 3 homes a month, depending on where you are. So I'm in Los Angeles. So the average home price here is about 700 to 800,000 or maybe more. So usually we make about maybe 2 to 3% commission on each deal. 3% commission, 2 to 3%. So usually my average is about 20 grand per transaction. So if I sell 3 homes, that's 60 grand. Like around maybe 50 grand if I sell 3 homes a month. If I sell 2 homes a month, that's about 40 grand. Okay, let me answer the question one by one, okay? Ben, to answer your question, depending on where you are, depending on how expensive the home is. If the home is only $10,000, $50,000 each, you cannot survive on one transaction. If the home is $1 million each, then you can make really good money. Okay, cash down payment, HHH. It's depending on any units. If you have good income to show income, you can you may be able to buy with the FHA loan, but you might need to show income. If you cannot show income, you might need to have at least 30% down. Okay. I have no money to buy, but I found a burned property. So, if you found a burned, where's the multifamily? Burned multifamily. What city is it? Because the burned property most likely is not going to be financeable. So you can either borrow money from relatives to get the down payment and buy it with a hard money loan, or you can sell it to like an investor and get a finder's fee, or you can partnership with an investor with a down payment and you guys decide which one who does what, who takes what responsibility, and you can buy together and share the responsibility. Marco, you from Trinidad? Welcome. Ben, no, I don't work 12 hours a day. I have a business model. I'm mostly representing sellers, so mostly I just go meet with seller and sign a contract. Heidi, I don't flip houses, because when you flip houses, it's like a rat race. Because if you flip houses, you only make money while you flip houses. If you don't flip houses, when you stop flip houses, you have no money. So I only buy and hold. There's no reason for you to flip a house, because you can buy and hold, and you can continue buying because you can always pull money out to buy another one. Okay. Meta Chicken, you're in Los Angeles. Los Angeles or Louisiana? Do dogs cry? I don't know. Oh, Los Angeles. Yeah, if you're in Los Angeles, you can add my TikTok. Maybe let's see what happens. So I'm gonna add your TikTok, okay? So HHH, you pay between 28 to 35%. That's good. I mean, if you have the down payment, just buy it. Yeah. So who's go China? Can I ask about what to invest in France? Because we at France now job of my husband. What do you mean? What do you mean job of your husband? I don't know anything about France. No, I'm still in California. Reggie, I'm still here. That was an April Fool prank. But you may probably eventually. Any other questions? It's too dry. I should have put in more water this time. It's also too dry. I think what it is, I put in too much noodles. But the scallop really tastes good. When you guys get a chance, when you can get a dry scallop, get it, because you can put it in anything you cook. It tastes pretty good, and it's very nutritious too. Anyway, thanks for coming. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Any question you have, we can talk about it. Tell me where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles. Okay. Ben, the rent is very expensive in Los Angeles. It's crazy. You gotta pay like $1,500 for one bedroom, or even $2,000 to $3,000 depending on where you are. Minimum $1,500. For 2 bedrooms in Los Angeles is at least $2,500. Thanks for the likes. Richie, welcome. You're from Australia. How much is rent there? Is the home in Australia expensive? Oh, it's one me. Itu Adomazi. Yeah, I mean, if the landlord offer you to buy it. It's a townhouse. Is the landlord gonna finance you? If he's willing to owner finance, buy it. Do not rent. New Zealand, Queener Kitty. You have a good day too. Raiders, regulation, yeah, the rent control, yeah. What's free? Head hunting. What question you have? Tell us here about investing. Just save the money and buy something. $450 1 week? That's so cheap. In Los Angeles, it's like $1,500 for one bedroom. But you gotta make sure. Who says he's gonna do seller financing? Itu Domazen. Make sure that the person that's seller financing is the real owner. Don't be tricked into some fake owner. Okay. Any other questions? How can one start doing the real estate business to make money? Okay, we'll talk about this before, right? The most important thing in real estate business is you gotta find the leads, find the customer, find the deal. You're looking for two things, right? The deal and the money. When you have the deal, then money will come. When you have the money, then deal will come. So you have to have at least one of these two. If you have nothing, if you don't have a deal, you don't have money, you have no business to be in real estate. Nobody's gonna do anything with you. As long as you have one of each, as long as you have at least one of the two, then you're in business. So if you don't have money, then you gotta focus on getting a deal. Get a really good deal. If you have a really good deal, people will partnership with you, or you can assign to them. Welcome, Brush Michael. Heidi. No, in the beginning, if you don't have money, find a deal first. When you have the deal, then money will come. For example, let's say I'm not always eating, man. This is my first meal. I'm just eating while I'm doing TikTok live with you guys. It's saving me time. I'm kind of getting fat, so I'm trying to lose weight too. I only eat 2 meals a day. And I don't eat too much carb. I just eat more like vegetable, more fruits. Hello, Diana. Welcome. Not yet. I'm working on it. Haven't bought a house for my parents yet, but I'm working on it. Another option I have is I might move to Vegas. So if I move to Vegas, I buy a home in Vegas, then I can have my parents move in my current home in Los Angeles. You don't understand, man. It's not about making up. She has mental issues, man. There's no way you can make up with somebody that has a mental issue. Any other questions? Did I answer your question, Heidi? What do you mean by find deal? For example, okay, let's say if you see old ugly houses, let's say if the market price is $500,000 and the seller is willing to sell to you for $300,000, then you have a good deal. And you have the contact with the seller. And you tell me, you say, hey, I have this house. The market price is $500,000 and the seller is willing to sell it for $300,000. Then I say, okay, I can tell you, I say, okay, sell me the deal. Give me the deal. I'll buy it. Then maybe I'll give you, like, for example, $5,000, $10,000, $5,000 finder's fee. No, my parents, they're not going to go to Vegas. They're going to stay in California. You can send me the address, okay, Brush Michael? What did you say? Supplement job? Any other questions? Did I answer your question, Heidi? Hey, Brush Michael, just send me the address, okay? If you really want to sell it, you should just put it on the market. You can get a much better price. Do not try to sell off market because you're not gonna have a lot of competition. You want to have a lot of buyers that compete for the home. Then you can get a higher price. Thanks for the follow, 2X Factor. Any other questions? Did I answer your question, Heidi? Oh, you want to wait for your daughter? Okay, that's why. Where are you gonna move to after you sell it? How much is the collection, Kenny? How much is the collection? Just pay off the collection. When you have a collection, it's not good. Your credit's gonna be ruined, and the lenders will not give you the money. Are you gonna move to the south, Brush Michael? So those gonna be your rental, right? You guys have any other questions? Why you want to buy houses? Why don't you buy commercial real estate? Kenny, I said pay off your collection. How much do you owe? How much do you owe on the collection? If you have a collection, it's going to be hard to get a loan. And also it's going to ruin your credit. I bought a house on the Philippines. I didn't live there. I think I bought it for a little bit over 100,000 in San Bernardino. That was like a long time ago. Then I sold it for like around 270,000, I think. I made it around 150,000. Yeah, there's more money in commercial real estate because it's not as competitive as residential real estate, and also you can increase your income after you buy it. But I shouldn't have sold that home in San Bernardino. If I had to keep it, nowadays it's probably worth at least $500,000. $500,000. What course are you talking about? How much is the collection? Depending on what you do, there's different courses, right? There's courses to help you to get a license. Then there's courses to help you to teach you how to invest in real estate. Commercial real estate, there are many. So other than single family homes and condos, pretty much everything else is commercial real estate. Hello, Elvinisco. So for example, 5 unit and above, multi-units are commercial. Warehouse, retail space, offices, mobile home park, auto body shop. This is also these are all commercial real estate. I put too much scallop inside. I just made a noodle. I put a cabbage inside, scallop inside, dry shrimp inside, and some pickled radish. It's not a real meal. It's just something I made up. I'm not a real cook. Any other questions about real estate? It saves me time to do TikTok live with you guys and cooking and eating at the same time. I'm in Los Angeles. Where are you from? No, you can't. How much money you have? Commercial real estate is not always expensive because there's many other states the commercial real estate is very cheap. Just depending on where you are. Even with $100,000, you can buy, $300,000, $400,000 commercial real estate. Queener, thank you. 900,000. Okay, it depends on if it makes sense for you or not. Hold on, let me cut off the phone. As far as overbidding, if you're gonna live in it, if you like the home, just overbid. Because number one, you're gonna enjoy the home. It's gonna increase your productivity. Number two, once you move in, although you overpay, but you're gonna start to accumulate some equity. So it doesn't matter. But if you're only gonna buy it as a rental property, then don't overbid. If the price is too high. Let's say if the capital rate is really low, then probably not. So when you use equity money to buy commercial real estate, if you're trying to avoid the capital gain taxes, the home that you're selling has to, actually no. When you sell your own home, okay. No, if you're not selling the home, if you're going to pull out equity to buy commercial real estate, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. I'm married. Where are you going to buy rental? See you, HHH. What do you think equity to buy rental property? What do you mean? You mean how much down payment? Okay, Modesto, California. Okay. Talk later, Brush Michael. Tips on how to be successful. Okay, hold on. Let me rinse my mouth first. Okay, about tips to be how to be successful. Give me an example. Give me your example. That way I can talk in more real life sense. Because if I talk too vague, then it's hard to understand. Like what's your situation, Ali? What's your situation? What dilemma you have as far as the decision you need to make? So if we talk about that, then it's gonna be more helpful to you and to everybody else. Okay, Gitmo, yeah, that's great. Then you locked out because the real estate market really increased a lot. What you gonna do with those 3 houses? You gonna continue to rent? Yeah, the price is going up quickly, like crazy. But it's probably gonna change, but I don't know when. Yes, Avina, pull out your money. Do not let equity sit inside. That's because money, you need to allow the money to run. Money is like water. It likes to flow. If the money doesn't flow, you're not going to make money. Okay, Ali. Okay, so estimate how many years we should work in the company. Okay, let me share with you. When you decide, so basically you're saying that should I quit or not? When should I quit? Is that the question? I'll give you my example. So I used to work for General Electric. So I only worked there for 10 months. So the reason I quit after 10 months is because that was a long time ago. So I was making it's not a lot of money. It's only $30,000 a year. But the benefit was good. I was getting a free car, free gasoline, free phone, free computer, free internet, everything free. And also free insurance, health insurance. The reason I quit is because I started doing real estate on the side, and after I close 2 transactions, and I quit because I only need to. After I sell 2 homes, I make more money than what I make in a year in General Electric. Number one difference is that I make money quicker as a real estate broker. That's the reason I quit. The number 2 reason I quit is because of my personality. So you have to decide if it fits your personality to continue to work there or not. So at the time, it didn't fit my personality to continue to work at GE because I'm a free kind of person. I don't like people telling me what to do. So I like to be my own boss. So so that's why another reason I quit the GE. Also, third reason I quit GE is because there's a guy, he works there for like 30 years, and then I figured out the reason he worked there for so long and with little pay is because he has a big family, and he only stayed there for 30 years because all the benefits. But I don't want to do that, right? I mean, those benefits, when you add up all those benefits together, is only like what, the most $3,000. I can always make more money and to get $3,000 more a month. I don't want to throw away my whole life in GE just because those are $3,000 benefits. Yeah, so Gizmodo, yeah, everybody thinks differently. So some people they want a stable job. Some people they want the freedom. Some people they don't like people telling them what to do. So it's just depending on your personality. It's depending on what kind of lifestyle you want, and it's also depending on your financial situation. It's also depending on what's the return, right? The time you put in versus the money you're gonna get back. Also depending on whether you enjoy the working environment or not. If you enjoy it, then and the money is good, why not, right? But if you don't like it, if the money is just whatever, then maybe you can think about not working there anymore. No, money is not my god. No, money is it's a necessity. What I value the most is freedom. It's not money. Money brings you freedom. Okay. Without money, money will not make you happy, but money will definitely make your life so much easier. Okay, a lot of people say, "Oh, money is not important. I don't care about money." That's stupid, right? Okay, I have a friend. He's like 2 years older than me. He always say, "Oh, I don't care about money. Money is not important." The reason he say that is because he's living with his mom, and he doesn't have to pay any rent. His mom is paying the rent, and they own the home. So if you don't have money, every day you're gonna worry, oh, when I'm gonna have money to pay the rent, when I'm gonna have money for the food for my kids. That's not a good life, okay? So when you have enough money, it's gonna give you a level of quality of life that you can only get with money. If you do not have that, let's say if you live in a cave, then maybe okay. If you're gonna go like dig some grass, dig some food from the ground, then money is not important. In the modern world, you have to have money. But I'm not a slave for the money. I value freedom, but I'm having fun when I'm making money. It's like a game. Okay, the money is like a score to give you a score. Are you doing good in business or are you doing bad in business? How are you doing in business? You look at the money, right? That's a way to measure how good you're doing or how bad you're doing. Okay, Avina, sales pitch process. Okay. It's very simple, 3-step. Number 1, find the personality. Okay, it's 3-step. Number 1, ask question. Number 2, tell story. Number 3, answer questions. The number 1 section, ask questions. You're trying to find the answer for 3 questions. What's the person's personality? What's their why? What's the reason they want to do it? What's the motivation? And how much they're willing to pay, and or what price they want. So when you chat, you're trying to find an answer to these 3 questions. And after that, then you want to share the story of your success. After that, you want to answer all their questions. Because if you do not answer any, if they still have any doubt, they're not going to move forward. Okay? Did I answer your question, Amina? It's not hard to become a real estate broker. Okay. Ben, there are many real estate brokers. But, okay. The average income of a real estate agent in the nation is only $40,000. Okay? So most agents do not make money because they don't understand sales, they don't understand business, they don't understand nothing. And there's also a lot of part-time agents. Okay, so It's to get a license is very easy. You need to learn how to make money. It's like any other business. Yeah, I mean, there's different way to make a living, right? Some people, like you have all those people working in the police department, in the fire department, they're making good money. If they know how to, it's just your choice, right? For example, when I first came out of the army, I thought about becoming a police officer. So I was thinking, because when I got out of the army, I was like about 20 years old, 20, 21, 22. So if I had become a police officer back then, I'm probably making decent money, like at least like 50 grand a year, right? So if I know how to invest property back then, if I work in the police department for 20 years, and if I buy one property every year, I will be a multi-million dollars millionaire too. So that's one route, right? Another route, which is the route I took, is I become a real estate broker. So I was making commission. So I also did pretty well. I mean, not bad. I mean, I make commission. I use commission to invest in real estate. But the problem is, so that's a different route. So, I mean, depending on your personality, depending on which way you want to go about it. But, being a police officer is very dangerous. So, that's another factor, I may be not here anymore if I'm a police officer. So, at least being a real estate broker, I don't have too much, risk in losing the life. Yeah, I'm Maria. Yeah, so if you're with some company for the benefits, it's okay. But you want to make sure to save money to invest in real estate. Try to buy at least one property a year. So that when you're retired, because if you're just going to retire, if you're not going to prepare anything for the retirement, if you're going to wait for the government, it's not going to work. The money is not enough, okay? Ali, no. Okay, here's the thing. Your question is, should I stay because of nice work environment but low salary? Here's the thing. The deciding factor is, can you learn something new? If you stay there just because the environment is nice and the salary is low and you don't learn anything, then you should definitely leave. Right? That's like when you're like a frog. Have you heard of that story? Like the frog in the pot? So the pot has like a warm water, right? Because but the pot is on side of a cooktop. So the fire is slowly cooking the pot. In the beginning, the frog feels really good, because the water is very warm. But he doesn't know there's fire under it. And eventually, when the water becomes so hot, he cannot jump out anymore. Then he's cooked alive. So if you're going to stay in a work environment just because it's nice environment and the salary is low and you're not learning anything new, you're like that frog in the pot. Okay, so if you have all this money, then just invest in real estate. So here's what you do, right? So how many properties do you own now, Maria? So just invest in real estate, make a goal, right? So for example, you say, okay, for the next 5 years, I'm gonna buy a real estate every 1 year. After I buy 5 real estate, I'm gonna retire. Or after I pay off all the real estate, I'm gonna retire. Make a plan like that. And trust me, man, if you start to invest in real estate, money is not gonna be enough. But if you're gonna sit in the bank, it's gonna feel like a lot of money. But let's say if you gotta, especially, are you in California? Anytime you're gonna buy a real estate, you're probably gonna need to at least come up with $50,000 down payment. So make a goal to save money each year to buy a house each year. Open a separate account to save money and to buy a house each year. Yeah. Jetmoto, that's right. Yeah, so the reason I think one of the reasons, the benefit for me as a real estate broker is I travel a lot. I can travel anytime I want. So for the past couple years, 2 years during the pandemic, I flew to like at least maybe 10 to 20 states, 20 times to different states. And before the pandemic, I used to go to Asia every month. So obviously you gotta have the money, right? Like the other guy who talked about money. Somebody said, "Do I think money is God?" No, money is not God, but money give you freedom. If I don't have the money, how can I travel anywhere I want? I cannot. You have no money to pay for this shit, the stuff, right? Hello, user 4197. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Ask any questions you have. and tell me where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Okay. Open up a nail salon. That's pretty good business. Yeah. This one time I sold a home for a guy. He lives in Stanton, I think, nearby Orange County. He is I forgot what he does. He's a postman. He works for the post office, and his wife has another job. But they open a nail salon on the side. But they both have a regular job. So that's what you can do too. So for some of you that you're thinking about, should I quit my job or not? You can actually open another business while you're on your job. Just like what I did with GE, right? So I didn't quit my job to go do real estate full time. So I was working at GE and I was selling homes at the same time. Once I sold 2 homes, then I quit my GE job. Yeah, nail salon is a pretty good business. It's and also hair salon is probably good too, because everybody need it. How to contact new agents? Just look up on Zillow and call them. Okay, buy real estate. Maria, buy real estate. The retirement account doesn't work. No, don't buy real estate cash. As soon as you have enough money for the down payment, buy it. Oh yeah, owning Unk, welcome. Any other questions? Wow. So I just had my breakfast. Right now it's almost 12 o'clock already. So we're gonna stay probably until 12:30. Okay. So here's the thing. Sometimes. Thanks for the like. Okay. Sometimes when you think about what decision to make, think from your heart. Listen to your sixth sense. We all have that. Listen to yourself. Do you really want it? Is it really something you really wanted to do? You'll know. Just ask yourself. You will have the answer. I do not recommend you to buy land, Bobo Vixen, because you don't have any cash flow. Do not buy land. And now the building cost is so expensive. You cannot build anything anytime soon. So do not buy land. There's no cash flow. You must have cash flow. Okay. Okay, percentage of cash flow. What do you mean? I don't understand your question. So cash flow means how much money you have. Avina, are you talking about the capital return? How much return is a good return? No, don't hold land. If you have a lot of money, then okay. But if you need cash flow, do not buy land. And it's very unpredictable. There's a lot of people, like before they have this rumor, they were saying, oh, there's going to be a high-speed rail between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. And it's going to have a train station by Victorville. So everybody went to Victorville to buy land. And those people didn't make money. They all lost their money. Hello, Lily. Okay, a good return, Avina. A good return would be, it's depending on where you are. That's why nowadays I don't invest in California anymore, because California the return is low. Like if you're gonna buy a house and rent it out, the return is probably only 2%. Let me give you an example. Okay, so let's say if you buy the home for $700,000, and if you rent the property out for $2,000, the return is shit. It's like nothing. I'll say this, you'll understand. So let's say if you buy the home for $1 million, and if you rent it out for $3,000, so let's say if you expense $1,000, so your net income is maybe $20,000 a year, and because you bought it for $1 million and your net income is $20,000 a year, that means your return is only 2%. That's really bad. Do you know what 2% means? 2% means it's gonna take you 50 years to get your money back. So that's why I do not invest in California anymore. Let's say the example I give you for my mobile home park. I bought it for $600,000. Right now I'm collecting $10,000 a month. And there's 10 spaces empty. So once I fill in the 10 spaces, my income can go up to about maybe $15,000 a month. After subtracting all expenses, if I can sell mobile home park at a 7% capital rate return, I can sell it for $1.6 million. Hey, Jepston, thanks for sharing my video, okay? Thank you. Did I answer your question, Avina? Any other questions, guys? Welcome, Canada. Ask me any question. Tell me where you're from. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Thanks for the like anyway. Today we got a lot of likes. Thanks for sharing my life. Thank you. Yeah, Bubble Wixon. Do not buy land. It's if you have a lot of money, you don't know how to spend it, then maybe okay. But most importantly, you want to make sure you have a cash flow. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Sports Fana, welcome. Gigi, welcome. Philippines, okay. Filipino heat. Are you very hot? That's why you call it Filipino heat. Welcome. DC Joy, welcome. Okay, any other questions? You guys have any other questions? Money in land is a dead money. Correct. It doesn't generate you any cash, and you cannot refinance. You cannot do anything. And also, building construction is very hard. It takes a long time, and the market changes. No, don't build. Just buy it. Just buy a property and do Airbnb. Do not buy a land to try to build a building and do Airbnb. Do not do that, because now the construction cost is very high. The construction is like $200 per square foot. In most countries, in most states now, in America, it's not worth it to build a property, because many states in America, the homes are only selling for $100 per square foot, and it's going to cost you $150 per square foot to build a home. That means you're negative $50 per square foot. Do not build anything. It's complicated. Just buy the property and then rent it out. Buy the property and rent it out. That's the easiest. Do not keep it simple. Do not make it difficult. Do not complicate the issue. Winter, welcome. Thanks for the like. Thanks for sharing the video, Gigi. Thanks for the like, Oni. Okay, any other questions? About real estate, about career planning, about life lessons, about money, about finances, about debt management. Angelico, welcome. Follow my TikTok, give me some likes. Any question you have, fire it away. Okay, now it's 12:18. We're gonna stay on for another 12 minutes, okay? So, focus on the airport business. Do not complicate the issue. Okay, so this morning I just made a video. It's called real fear versus fake fear. So, the fake fear is like when I was trying to buy a mobile home park for the first time, I was scared, right? Because that was my first time doing it. So I was worried about this, worried about that, but that's all fake fear, because it's only fear, but it's only fear itself. The fear doesn't have any substance. So I went through, I bought it, then it's really good for me. That's a fear. So you want to ignore the fake fear, okay? Then there is real fear. So I was trying to buy a crashing. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. As long as you don't sell, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Just buy real estate, lease it out. Buy real estate, lease it out. Whether it crash or not doesn't matter. So an example of the real fear, then you need to pay attention to the real fear. So I was trying to buy a 4-unit in downtown Los Angeles for $1 million, about $1 million. So the seller, she bought it for $20,000 like 50 years ago, and she hasn't raised the rent in like 20 years. The area rent is like $2,000 per unit. She was charging people $900, $800 per unit. So I was planning to buy it, but I canceled because that's a real fear. Because I was thinking of buying it and raise rent, but you cannot raise rent because in Los Angeles there's a rent control, and from what I heard, they're gonna extend the rent control until 2023. If I buy it at $1 million, and if I get a mortgage, and if I cannot raise the rent, I'm gonna go underwater because my mortgage my rent is not gonna be enough to pay my mortgage. So that's a real fear. So when it's a real fear, then you need to stay away from it. So you need to, when you try to make the investment, you want to differentiate between what's the real fear and versus what's the fake fear. Okay. RV park is profitable. The difference between RV park and mobile home park is mobile home park is very easy to manage because the people stay there, they don't go in and out. So pretty much every month you just collect the rent. The RV park is like almost like a hotel because the people maybe they go in and out each night, or maybe they stay here for 3 days, 1 week, then they leave. So it's a little bit more management intensive, but you can make much more money in the RV park. But it's more the human capital cost is much higher. Did I answer your question, Gigi? Also, did I answer your question, Amina? Susan, welcome. Any other questions? So follow my TikTok, give me some likes. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. It could be anything. Real estate, career planning, whatever you want to talk about. How to manage your debt, how to get money, how to get deals. Crew showdown. Okay. Yeah, if you want to manage the RV park, is a really good business. It's a cash cow. It's a, for example, let's say if you buy an RV park for $1 million for 100 units, let's say each night you charge $30 each night. Hasbrook, welcome. So you charge $30 per night, and you have 100 units. If it's full, you're gonna make $3,000 a night. Let's say if it's just half full, then you make maybe a little bit more than half full. You make $2,000 a night. If you're talking about 30 days, that's $60,000. $60,000 every month. Okay. Property management. Okay. The mobile home park I manage myself. So I have a manager on the ground. Then I have a CPA, virtual CPA. So every month she check the payment to see if people paid rent or not. When you have people manage for you, it's very expensive. I mean, it's just depending on what you want to do. But because mobile home park is not that hard to manage, so I just manage myself. I just hire people. Thanks for the like, guys. Follow my TikTok, give me some likes. Any questions you have, ask. Let me know where you guys from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Okay. So you guys asked me a lot of questions about when should I quit? Should I quit? Life is short, right? Because if you subtract the 20 years when you were in school and the 20 years when you're old, you pretty much only have 40 years. So there's not a lot of time to waste. So personally, for me, I don't want to get stuck in one company and stay there for 40 years. That's like 100% rat race for me. I would rather try different experience different life. Everybody's different. Some people they don't want to change. Some people they want to change. It's just depending on personality. Avina, you're from Cincinnati, okay. So yeah, so if you guys have any question about real estate, and if you have more detailed question about real estate, you can contact me too, okay. So we're 12:24. Let's give it another 5 or 6 minutes, then I'm gonna log off. Any other questions about real estate, about career planning, about finances, how to get money, how to get deals, how to increase your income, how to be more successful, how to whatever, you can ask about anything, okay. Welcome, Centipede. Thanks for the like, Oni. Cincinnati, Ohio. A couple years ago, I drove by there before. So Ohio, I think that's a decent market. The real estate is not that expensive. So there's probably still some opportunity for you to get some good deals. How many years does it take to be financially independent? Well, it's depending on how you plan for it, right? Because remember we talked about that, Avina? you say you work for UPS, right? And you say you have a lot of extra money. Then just plan to save the money and buy at least one home a year. It just depending on how much you want to spend a month. Let's say Cassandra, I'm in Los Angeles. So let's say if you need if you need $10,000 a month, and let's say if each property will give you $2,000 a month rental income, then that means you need to have 5 properties for you to be able to have 10,000 monthly income. So then you need to, however long it's going to take you to get those 5 properties, that's each going to give you $2,000 rental income from each property. Then that's how long it's going to take for you to become financially independent. So for me, I think I need probably minimum, to be comfortable, I need minimum $30,000 a month. So everybody's different, right? Yeah. So right now, I can't make $30,000 a month, but out of those, a portion of it is passive income, a portion is active income. So what I want to do is I want to replace all my active income with passive income, meaning that all the $30,000 is gonna come from rental income. Then then I can do anything I want. Obviously, I'm not gonna do nothing, but it just basically gave me a chance to do anything I want. So meaning that whatever I decide to do is not because I need the money, but because I enjoy doing it. I don't know if that answers your question or not. Patina, Jonathan, welcome. For the guys just coming in, I did cook the noodles. I already ate the noodles. So we're just talking about everything: real estate, finances, career options, retirement, anything. Follow my TikTok. Give me a like. If you have any questions, we can talk about it. It could be anything. Because when you ask the question, it helps other people too. Because most likely the question you ask are other people, they have same problems. It's going to help other people too. Cassandra. Okay, 2 more minutes, okay? Right now it's 12:28. After 2 minutes, I'm going to log off. Side hustler success, welcome. Maria, welcome. So we talked about today. What we talked about today? We talked about career planning. When should you quit your job? Hello, side hustle. When should you quit your job? Like how long does it take to be financially free, to be financially independent? Where are you from? Side hustle. Winnie Group, welcome. Ohala, welcome. Amina, did I answer your questions? Philly, okay, Philadelphia. I haven't been to Philadelphia. When I was in Berkeley, my major was philosophy. One of my philosophy professor, I think he graduated from University of Philadelphia. Supposedly they have a good philosophy department over there. Yeah, my major in college was philosophy. Any other questions? If not, I'm gonna log off in about 1 minute. Thank you guys for joining the session. If you have any questions, we're gonna talk about next time. Thank you. University of Pennsylvania, yeah. Okay, Cassandra, you have a question. I'm 56. I really want to retire, but do not know where to start. I feel like I want to get hired age. What do you mean? Okay, so do you own any property right now, Cassandra? And what kind of job are you doing right now? So like I said earlier, right? If you want to retire, you have to be able to replace your active income with passive income. That's how you can retire. If you don't have a passive income, if you do not have any money income, if you don't work, then you cannot retire. The only way you can retire is when you have passive income. Government, okay. So how long have you been working for the government? Because I know if you worked for the government for like maybe 20 years, then you can get like what 75% retirement. So if you've worked for the government, do not quit until you can get the retirement, because that's gonna be a waste of time. Like for example, my brother, he used to work for the railroad. If he had stayed like 2 years longer, he could get the benefit, but he didn't, so he quit. So that's not very smart. So what do you mean 25 June? Okay, so if you're gonna be, so you mean by 25 June you're gonna be working there for 20 years already, right? So that means you're gonna have enough income. How much your retirement income is gonna be? Is that gonna be enough to pay for all your expenses? So if I were you, I would retire, but I would get into a new career, because I don't think I want to retire and sit there and do nothing. 25, yeah. So that's good. So this one guy, I'll share with you a story. This one guy I know, because I went to this syndication class. He is in the Marine, and he has been in Marine like you for like 20-30 years. So before he got retired, he joined this syndication course, and he started learning how to do syndication. So I think the last time I knew that he already did like a $30 million syndication. So just pick a second career that you want to get into before you retire. That way you can transition into that new career after you retire. Because if you retire, if you don't do nothing, what you gonna do? It's very boring, and also your mind's gonna become slow, and you're gonna grow older. If you keep your mind busy, you're gonna actually stay healthier. Oh, you mean if you want to retire, they're gonna try to ask you to come back. That's depending on you. I mean, if you think the money is good enough, if you enjoy the environment, maybe you can stay. Or if you don't want to explore anything new, you can stay. But if you want to explore a different career, then you can leave. Hello, Munoz Love. Did I answer the question, Kajanja? Okay, we're 3 minutes past 12:30. We'll see. Thank you for the like. Okay. Did I answer your question, Cassandra? I'm gonna stay until 12:35. Okay. Okay, great. So yeah, so that's how you decide if you want to stay or not. Before you came in, we talked about this. Should I stay on the job? Should I quit the job? It's just depending on your plan, and depending on what you want in life, and depending on your personality. AC and Life, welcome. Again, follow my TikTok, give me some likes. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. So we have 2 more minutes left, okay? After I eat the breakfast, getting a little bit sleepy. Any other questions? 1 more minute, okay? Okay, if no more question, I'm gonna log off, and we'll talk another time. Hello, Jose, Josie, welcome. Then we'll talk next time, okay? Thank you guys for being on the chat, and for asking the questions, for giving the gifts. Hello, NG here. I'm gonna log off now, so let's talk another time, okay? 20 more seconds. Okay, see you later. Thanks for the like.